You're probably wasting your credit card points, and here's why. Why use your points for things that you can normally afford when you can use your points for things that you couldn't afford in your day-to-day life? If you had 100,000 credit card points, would you rather that be worth $1,000 or $10,000? I'm sure everyone would choose $10,000 over $1,000 any day. The way we get this $10,000 value is by using our points solely for business class or first class flights. I mean, business class and first class flights can range from anywhere from $4,000 all the way up to $14,000 just for one single flight, and that's something that most of us aren't willing to pay for. When you hear about credit card points, you hear that you should get a minimum of 1 cent per point. This means that 100,000 points usually equals to around $1,000 in value. But in my opinion, I think $1,000 is way too little in value, especially when those 100,000 points can be worth up to $10,000 in value. This is why I believe that using your credit card points solely for business class or first class is the only way you get the maximum value out of your credit card points. My reasoning behind this is that I'm willing to pay $800 to $1,000 for an economy round trip flight anywhere around the world because that's usually how much it costs. But I'm definitely not willing to pay like $14,000 for a round trip business class flight, which is it's just out of my reach, guys. So instead of paying $14,000 for business class flight, I'd much rather just pay like 70,000 credit card points, which is just a way better value, and it's really realistic as well. Credit card points allow me to book business class or first class flights for literally a fraction of the cost. So in today's video, we're gonna be going over how to maximize your credit card points and how you can book business class or first class flights as well. If I were to fly from LAX to Hong Kong using credit card points, it would only cost me 47,000 points for a flight that would have cost me $964.50. Now there's a formula that you have to memorize if you're gonna be in the credit card game. That's gonna be the cost of travel over the points needed to book that travel times 100 to get the cent value of your points. Therefore, it's going to be $964.50 on top and 47,000 points on the bottom times 100 to equal 2.05 cents per point. So for the price of 47,000 points, I get an economy flight from LAX to Hong Kong. Now let's take a look at the points per cent value if I book the same exact flight using business class. LAX to Hong Kong flying business class using Cathay Pacific would have cost me 70,000 Asia miles or 70,000 Amex points for a flight that would have cost me $6,173.50. By using the same exact formula from before, we can see that $6,173.50 is on top, while on the bottom there's going to be 70,000 points times 100 gives you the value of 8.82 cents per point. I can literally almost 9 times the value of my credit card points simply by booking business class flights. So instead of paying that $6,173.50, which is just a ridiculous price that I just cannot afford, I could just simply use 70,000 membership rewards points. Imagine if you had $700, but instead of that being worth $700, it's worth $6,173. And that's why credit card points are so powerful. Plus, if you're like me and you only ever transfer your points whenever credit card companies have transfer bonuses, then you get even more value from your points. For example, once in a while, Amex has a transfer bonus of 20% whenever you transfer to Cathay Pacific, which is who I love to fly with. Therefore, instead of sending over 70,000 points to Cathay Pacific for the same exact flight, I would only need 58,300 points. By using that same equation again, we get $6,173.50 on top, while on the bottom it's going to be 58,300 points times 100 to give us a cent value of 10.6 cents per point, which is insane. I literally 11 times my points by sending over my points whenever there's a transfer bonus and by booking business class flights. Using this equation is how you find out if you're really maximizing your points. So why get 1 cent per point when you can get 11 cents per point? For 58,000 points, I get the value of $6,173.50. That's just insane, guys. But if you really need to and you simply just want to save your money, then 1 cent per point is fine if you want to book economy flights. But here's something that you guys have to be aware of. Amex likes to tempt you with offers with things like paying off your statement balance with your credit card points, buying gift cards, going shopping online. These are all terrible redemption values because they're all less than 1 cent per point. So I would recommend staying away from these redemption offers because you get less than 1 cent per point, which is just, that is not what credit card points are used for. So book business class flights or first class flights. Never pay $6,000 or $8,000 or $14,000 when you could just use 50,000 to 70,000 points. Now let's go over how you can book these flights and how you can maximize your points as well. Let's say, for example, we wanted to go from LAX to Paris one-way business class. Now we have to find out which airlines offer that specific destination. Now, if you don't want to memorize where every single airline takes you, then you can just do a simple Google search of your specific destination and it'll give you the list of all the airlines that take you to that specific destination. You can see here that the Google search gives you different airlines such as Virgin Atlantic, Air France, KLM, Delta, things like that. So you're gonna have to go to each individual airline's website and search for these reward flights. I found a really good redemption rate for Air France KLM from LAX to Paris. So that's the example that we're going to use today. I found that Virgin and Delta were way too overpriced using credit card points. So instead, after some trial and error, I found that Air France had the best redemption rate for business class flights from LAX to Paris. You can see that a business class flight one way from LAX to Paris would cost you $5,982, which is just way too overpriced. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to KLM's website and type in our specific destination and try to find the best point redemption offer. Now, when we're on the website, all we have to do is type in our destination and what class that we want to fly in. Pro tip here is to not put a departure date down, because if you do, it's just going to give you that one specific day. Whereas if you don't put a departure date down, it gives you the entire month where you can see all the best redemptions and all the worst redemptions. Now you can see that in the month of January 2024, there's going to be 3 dates on that calendar with 60,000 points to book a one-way business class flight, when we know that a one-way business class flight is anywhere worth $6,000. Now we go to our American Express portal and we're going to look to transfer our points. We're going to log into our American Express portal. We're going to look for Explore Rewards on the desktop version, or on the mobile version, you want to look for Redeem Rewards. Find the Earn and Redeem tab, click down to transfer points, find Air France KLM, and you can see that right now Amex is having a transfer bonus of up to 25% whenever you transfer out to Air France KLM. Since we need 60,000 points to book that one-way business class flight, we're only going to have to actually send only 48,000 membership rewards points because of that 25% bonus. Now you're going to press show details, connect your Air France KLM account number after creating an account with them, and transfer out 48,000 membership rewards points, because that's going to equal to 60,000 Flying Blue miles. Now you can see that with this redemption, it's going to be 60,000 miles plus $225.50 in fees. Now we can use the formula $5,982 minus $225.50 over 48,000 membership rewards points times 100 to get the value of 11.99 cents per point, which is just insane, guys. Because we transferred our points during a transfer bonus and we booked business class, we get a value of 12 cents per point, which is 12 times the original amount of 1 cent per point. So why pay $6,000 for this flight when you can just pay 48,000 membership rewards points that's supposedly worth $480. Now, once again, Amex is going to tempt you with redemption offers for things like pay your statement balance, go shopping, or buy gift cards. Just kind of stay away from these guys. You can just use cash for the things that you're going to purchase anyways. And I like to be in the mindset that my credit card is really just an extension of my debit card. If I don't have the money, I'm not going to spend it in the first place. So try your very best to get a minimum of 1 cent per point. If you don't really do that, I would say you are wasting your credit card points. So if you could just take away one thing from this video, just make sure you transfer your points during a transfer bonus, and always try to book business class or first class flights if you can. It's going to take a little bit of trial and error, and it's going to take a little bit of searching, but once you find that good redemption rate, it is just so worth it, guys. For me and my girlfriend this year, I've flown to Thailand, Vietnam, and Singapore, all business class, just by doing the same exact method. Now, if you want to know if the Amex Platinum or the Amex Gold card is worth it, make sure to check out these 2 videos right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Woo!